Namaskar. A very warm welcome to this special session of Inclusive Classroom. I am Devendra Tripathi. In this session, we are going to talk about chapter for class 8th English. The chapter name is The Fight. And this session is aired on PM eVidya channel number 8, and simultaneously you are watching this program on NCERT official YouTube channel also. और आज के हमारे इस सेशन में हमारे साथ हमारी आज की एक्सपर्ट का परिचय हम आप सभी से करवाते हैं। हमारे साथ हैं डॉक्टर रजनी जाइमिनी मैम, जो कि इंग्लिश लेक्चरर हैं राजकीय प्रतिभा विकास विद्यालय दिल्ली में। मैम, आपका बहुत स्वागत है।
थैंक यू, आई एम सो हैप्पी टू बी हियर।
एंड यू आर वॉचिंग अनुष्का ऑन द स्क्रीन, जो आप सभी को ख़ासतौर पर विशेष आवश्यकता वाले बच्चों को आज के इस सेशन को पढ़ाने और समझाने का प्रयास कर रही हैं साइन लैंग्वेज के माध्यम से। ये कार्यक्रम आप जब देख रहे हैं एनसीईआरटी ऑफिशियल यूट्यूब चैनल पर, तो आप इंटरेक्ट कर सकते हैं हमारे एक्सपर्ट से। यू कैन राइट अस ऑन चैट बॉक्स ऑफ एनसीईआरटी ऑफिशियल यूट्यूब चैनल। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, यू कैन राइट अस ऑन ईमेल एड्रेस एंड फ़ोन नंबर इज़ 8800440559। और इसके अलावा ईमेल एड्रेस पर भी आप अपनी प्रतिक्रिया या छात्रों की तरफ से टीचर्स या अभिभावक भी हमें लिख सकते हैं। ईमेल एड्रेस है dth.class8@cit.nic.in। तो इंटरेक्ट करिए और लगातार बने रहिए। और इंक्लूसिव क्लासरूम में इस चैप्टर को, द फाइट को, ये पहले तो इसकी लर्निंग्स क्या क्या हैं वो आप समझेंगे, और साथ में इंक्लूसिव क्लासरूम है तो विशेष आवश्यकता वाले बच्चों को किस तरह से ऐसे सेंसिटिव, संवेदनशील जो पाठ होते हैं उनको पढ़ाया जा सकता है, समझाया जा सकता है, ये भी हम समझने का प्रयास करेंगे। सो मैम, व्हाट इज़ द लेसन?
Well, it's a wonderful lesson. As you can see, the name is The Fight, but students, believe me, in this lesson we are not going to teach you how to fight, but actually how to resolve a fight.
Right.
So many times you enter into a situation where there is a confrontation or a fight between two people, but how to talk it out, how to solve it is something that we are going to be looking at. But because this is a lesson for our special needs children, and it was always my wish, and as a teacher of special children, it's important that we start learning the sign language. So with the help of my dear friend Anushka, today we are going to learn one word, and that is good morning. So I would ask all my teachers to learn it with me, so that you are able to wish our students in the sign language. So good morning, and because it's noon now, we can also say good afternoon. That's good afternoon, because in the afternoon the sun is shining on our heads. So good morning and good afternoon. So welcome all of you, and today the lesson, as I said, is from grade 8 book The Fight. And as you can see on my slide, I have written the name of the lesson in Braille also. So teachers, it's very easy. The Braille converters are available on the internet. So use technology in your classrooms and convert your text into Braille language. So that is what our lesson is going to be about.
Right. Ma'am, can you tell me something about the author of this story?
Yes, absolutely. So we have, the lesson is written by Ruskin Bond, a very popular, renowned author of British descent. And let me tell you that when I say British descent, I mean that Ruskin Bond was born and brought up in India. He was born in 1934, and when India got independence, he decided to stay back in India because he said that this is my country. Because the British had given the British of that time a choice if they wanted to stay in India or go back to England. So he is one of those people who decided to stay back in India and called India his home and his country. And he is very popular for his books for children, and he's written many famous stories like The Blue Umbrella, The Room on the roof, and he's also received the Sahitya Academy Award as well as the Padma Shri. So a very good story that we are going to read.
Okay, so what is the story about, actually lesson about?
So the lesson is about, you know, two young boys who are, I would say, of the same age as the age of our grade 8 students. So we have a young skinny boy Ranji, and as you can see, I have the puppet with me. So this is Ranji, everyone. So there you are, a young boy who has moved to a different place. He was in Rajputana earlier. From there he has moved to a new place. He's skinny, slender, agile, but he's good at swimming. And he likes to call himself a fighter. And there is another boy, and that boy is older, he's physically stronger, and he likes to call himself a warrior. So it's the story of these two boys. So tell me, who do you identify with? Are you strongly built like Suraj, or are you skinny and thin just like Ranji?
Ma'am, I would like to ask a question. How can teach or visually impaired kids that this is Suraj is strongly built body,
yes.
and Ranji is slim?
Yes, so teachers, it's very easy. As you can see, for these flashcards, I have used Fevicol and made these flashcards tactile. So if you touch, you can actually feel the physical build of the child. So whenever you are using we use pictorial storytelling, but for our VI children, we make these pictures tactile.
Right.
So all our special needs children are taken care of in this manner. So these two young boys, and when they come together, how their story is going to map out. So just like I said, that Ranji is someone who has changed his home place. He has moved to a different city, and there he finds this beautiful pool. On a hot summer day, he finds that there is this clear forest pool, and he came from Rajputana earlier, and Rajputana, as you know, is desert, and there the water used to be muddy and there weren't many pools available. But here this pool is clean and cold and very inviting. So he is happy here, as you can see. So sir, I have these various emojis. Which one do you think would apply to his state of mind now? So which one do you think is?
I think this the happy one.
Yes.
So
The smiley face. Once again, as you can see, it's a tactile teaching aid. I have used Fevicol to make it tactile, so the students can feel that it's a smiley face. Right. So to make our students engaged, it's very important that teachers make these kinds of tactile teaching aids. So Ranji is very happy when he sees the pool. Now moving on, his happiness is short-lived, because as he jumps into the pool and starts swimming, there is another boy, as we know, Suraj, who comes and who says that the pool belongs to him and no one can swim there without his permission. He calls himself a warrior. Ranji says, I am also a fighter. So there reaches this situation where neither is willing to leave. What do you think, children, is going to happen when two people want to claim ownership over one thing? What happens? In the classroom also, you must have seen that there are times like this, and if there is no one to make you understand, it's very natural. And this is exactly what happens here also. Both of them get into a fight. So, sir, if I were to ask the children, Which emoji do you think is going to represent the emotion? So Ranji is sad, Ranji is angry, Ranji is upset, but the fight is decided only if one is very weak and the other is very strong. So Ranji may be slender, but he is not weak, so the fight is not decided. It ends in a draw. They fight, but no one is able to decide who is better. So after some time they get tired and they say, okay, let's stop for today. We are going to meet again tomorrow, and tomorrow we will decide who is the winner. Sir, what do you think? If there is such a situation, do you think they are going to come the next day also?
Definitely, as they are both are crazy about the pool.
Yes, so both of them want to prove that they are better than the other, they are not going to accept defeat. So the next day, although both of them are sore from the fight the previous day, both of them are wishing that the other person may not turn up so that they can avoid the fight, but they don't want to give up the fight. So that's why both of them turn up. And when Ranji reaches the pool, he can see that Suraj was already waiting for him. But today, instead of fighting, Suraj is sitting on one side and Ranji, as you can see, dives into the pool, hoping that if Suraj wants to stop him, he can stop him whichever way he wants. But when Suraj sees that Ranji is so good at diving, he is quite impressed and he asks him if he can help Ranji. He can help Suraj dive just like that. So here you can see that instead of fighting with each other, both of them become impressed with each other's skills. Suraj says that if Ranji teaches him how to dive and swim underwater, then Suraj will help him become a pehelwan. A pehelwan is someone who is a fighter. So both of them admire each other's skills and both of them start appreciating what the other can do for them.
So fight is over.
So fight is over. Fight is over and fight is happily resolved.
Resolved. The best thing is of the story is the resolution.
Yes.
The end of conflict.
End of conflict.
Yeah.
And this is what we want our students to learn from this story
Right.
also, that there are times when you don't see eye to eye with someone, there are times when you don't understand the other person, but violence is never the way.
Right.
Sir, I would ask you, has it ever happened with you also in real life?
Yes, definitely. Most of the people go through these kind of conditions, circumstances. But the best thing of the conflict is, as I said, is the resolution. And often I find the resolution.
Yes. So resolution only happens when we are able to talk to each other
Right.
and solve things out. So whenever there is a conflict, I would say, students, don't fight. First thing would be talk to each other. There must be things that you have in common and try to find commonalities. If we try to find differences, we would have plenty of differences with everyone, but it's easy. Life becomes easy and happy when we find common points of interaction with each other. So both the boys had these common points, and now that they have come to a resolution, they introduce each other properly. Suraj invites Ranji to share meals with him and they agree to a fair exchange. Ranji is to teach Suraj diving lessons and Suraj is to give Ranji strength training. So both these boys declare friendship and their friendship is honest. And now moving from that the pool belongs to me, they agree that the pool belongs to both of them. And the story...
Yes,
Yeah.
and one more thing students can learn from this lesson, that they gained from each other.
They gained from each other.
If they ended their conflict with the confrontation as well, they cannot learn each other's skills.
They could not
They
have.
could not.
So from here they say, instead of saying it's mine, they
Yeah.
say it is ours.
It is ours.
So and the beauty of sharing things with friends is something that only someone who has friends can appreciate.
Right.
So it's very important that we make friends and not fight with each other. So once they become friends, they decide to seal their friendship. So sir, I would ask you, when you become friends with someone, how do you seal your friendship?
Shake hands.
Okay, let's do that. So friends now, right? Or some other
इसके
gesture?
अलावा
Yes, a fist bump also.
Yes.
And when you were younger, what all did you do?
We played along
With each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I had lots of girlfriends when I was young. So
Yes.
हम लोग तो क्लास में ऐसे खेलते थे. Have you ever played this?
Yes, yes.
आओ मिलो सिलो सालो. Right. So it used to be a lot of fun, and there is an English version of it which says that Princess of Paris lost her shoe, and हिंदी में हम लोग ऐसे गाते हैं, आओ मिलो सिलो सालो. I'm sure children, if you are looking at the program from some place where these two languages are not spoken, what is the
Name
song
of this,
that you
yeah.
sing in your language? Do write to us. We would
Right.
love to know how you seal friendships when you become friend with a new person.
Right.
So Suraj and Ranji, they become friends and they share food, and they decide to do kind actions for each other. And I'm sure आप लोग भी खाना शेयर करते होंगे, and और बहुत सारी चीज़ें एक दूसरे के साथ शेयर करते होंगे जब आपकी फ्रेंडशिप हो जाती है. तो अगर हम इस स्टोरी की बात करें तो देयर आर certain themes that we should focus on. So the first theme, as we have already talked about, is conflict resolution. कि हम इस स्टोरी से सीख सकते हैं कि हाँ, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट होते हैं लाइफ में, लेकिन म्यूचुअल सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग हमें कॉन्फ्लिक्ट रेजोल्यूशन में काफ़ी हेल्प कर सकते हैं. सेकेंड थिंग इज़ अबाउट सेल्फ डिस्कवरी, that despite we all have differences, लेकिन फिर भी हमें we have to find common ground, we have to find points of growth and learn life lessons. And third and most important is friendship. So friendship emerges from when you have overcome conflict, then by respecting each other's strength we can become friends with each other.
Right.
जी. सो ये तीन जो हैं बड़े मेजर थीम्स हैं इस लेसन के. और अगर मैं एक्टिविटीज़ की बात करूँ तो टीचर्स क्लास में इस लेसन के बाद डिबेट करा सकते हैं about how fighting is never the solution to resolve differences, and the class can be divided into two groups, for and against, and
two classrooms,
yes,
two sections,
yes,
and,
absolutely,
two groups per class.
yes,
they can make, and
they can definitely make.
Yeah.
And अब हमारे स्पेशल नीड्स बच्चों के लिए कुछ और एक्टिविटीज़ जो हम कर सकते हैं वो ये है कि हम कैरेक्टर मैप्स बना सकते हैं. तो जैसा कि आप देख रहे हैं कि ये रंजी है, और हम अपने बच्चों को बोल सकते हैं कि भाई आप रंजी के बारे में लिखिए. सो दे कैन राइट अबाउट दैट रंजी इज़ स्लेंडर, that he is shy but he is good at swimming. So आप देख सकते हैं कि इस तरह से बच्चों के लिए काफ़ी अच्छा रहेगा, and they'll be easily able to identify the strengths of sorry, it's slender. Okay. So the students will be able to identify the key points of the character and write about it. They can also make mind maps of the story. So when I say mind map, students and teachers can actually draw out the pictures themselves. So we can say that this is Ranji, and this is Suraj. So ऐसा नहीं है कि स्टूडेंट्स को कोई बहुत इलेबोरेट ड्राइंग बनानी है, वो लोग अपने अंडरस्टैंडिंग के बेसिस पर दे कैन मेक स्टिक ड्राइंग्स ऑल्सो, एंड देर इज़ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट बिटवीन देम एंड देन देर इज़ फ्रेंडशिप. So the students can draw or mark and make the mind map of the story as they see fit.
Right. And so what can be done for especially able if I talk about visually impaired people?
जी. So for visually impaired, जैसे मैंने कहा कि हमारा जैसे ये एड्स हैं, ये टेक्टाइल एड्स हैं, तो इनको टच करके बच्चे जो है फील करके, एंड इंस्टेड ऑफ राइटिंग विद पेन दे कैन राइट यूजिंग देयर ब्रेल नोटेशंस.
ओके.
एंड क्लास में टीचर्स बच्चों से क्विज करा सकते हैं. सो आई हैव अ quiz here, as you can see. So sir, since our students are unable to answer, I would treat you as the student, and so tell us who discovered the pool in the forest.
Ranji.
Absolutely. And so
as Suraj already was aware about the pool.
Yes, Suraj was already aware. So हम डिस्कवरी की बात करेंगे तो आई थिंक रंजी was the one who discovered, because सूरज तो ओनरशिप ही क्लेम कर रहे थे. So all the students who gave the correct answer get a smiley emoji from us. Now let's move on to the next question. और आप बताएंगे कि what is the answer of this one? Why did Suraj get angry at Ranji? So students, अगर आप देख रहे हैं ये through YouTube या so आप अपने chat box में इसका आंसर कर सकते हैं. So why do you think sir Suraj got angry?
Because Ranji entered into the pool.
Into his pool.
His
yes.
pool.
उसको लग रहा था कि ये तो मेरा पूल है और मेरे पूल में कोई और मेरी परमिशन के बगैर कैसे आ सकता है. So once again a good smiley emoji for you. जी. Moving on, let's see what's our next question. So the next question is, how did the fight between Ranji and Suraj start? So we have the 4 options. Students, tell us, what do you think?
Ranji challenged, Suraj challenged Ranji and slapped him.
Yes, he challenged him and he slapped him, and that's how the fight started. Naturally, if someone tries to slap you and tells you that you cannot have something, तो आपको भी गुस्सा आता ही है. So students, once again, all those who gave the right answer get the smiley from me. And a big round of applause. आप अपने लिए clap भी कर लीजिए. So the next question is there on your screen. What happened at the end of the first fight?
It ended in a draw.
Yes, absolutely right. So students, smiley for you. On the first day, both of them fought, but neither could win, and that's why the fight ended in a draw.
Right.
And one more question. Ji. So why did Ranji come back to the pool the next day?
Because he loved swimming in the pool.
Yes, absolutely. So as you can see that this kind of quiz actually helps students ensure comprehension, and they also understand the lesson, and it makes it very interactive. So students, I have more questions, but you can take screenshots and practice them when you want to. And now we have the keywords from the chapter.
And as we know that in this inclusive classroom we discuss about 3 keywords, and the keywords are pool, fight and friendship.
And as you can see, it's a beautiful pool with lotus flowers, but that beautiful pool also started a fight. But the good thing about the fight was that it ended and it turned into a friendship. So
right.
Students, I'm sure you are going to remember these beautiful 3 words from this wonderful story. Do tell us about some fights that turned into friendship for you. Now, we also have some comprehension questions, but you can absolutely attempt them if you want to in your own time. And we cannot finish our lesson without giving you homework, but I have given you very simple homework, students. So, you have to find 3 examples in the text that show the character traits of both Ranji and Suraj. And for our special children, you are to draw a picture of the pool in the forest. So, this beautiful work for you, and don't keep your homework only to yourself. We would want you to submit your homework, and this is our
Format.
Homework submission format.
So you can write your name, class name, and the school name and address, expert teacher name, date of the session, and photograph. And you can send this homework after completion. You can send it on dth.class8@ciit.nic.in. So hope कि आपको ये जो कहानी थी द फाइट, जो कि एंड होती है फ्रेंडशिप से, तो जैसा कि हम लोगों ने शुरू में ही डिस्कस किया कि फाइट, कन्फ्रंटेशन कभी भी हमें अच्छे की तरफ नहीं ले जाता है, और हम एक दूसरे की अच्छाइयाँ या एक दूसरे के जो स्पेशल स्किल सेट हैं उनको नहीं सीख पाते। तो अगर दोनों ने लड़ाई जारी रखी होती दूसरे दिन भी, तो शायद सूरज स्विमिंग नहीं सीख पाता और रणजी पहलवान नहीं बन पाता। तो इस तरह से एक दूसरे की जो अच्छाइयाँ हैं, एक दूसरे की जो स्किल सेट्स हैं, उनको एक्सेप्ट करके उन्हें दोस्त बनाइए, ताकि आप को लाइफ में और हमेशा खुश होने का और आगे बढ़ते रहने का मौका मिल सके। Thank you so much for watching this special session of Inclusive Classroom. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us and teaching this session beautifully.
जी,
Thank you. तो आप सभी से अब समय हो रहा है कि हम आप सभी से विदा ले लें, लेकिन जैसा कि आप जानते हैं NCERT CIT द्वारा प्रस्तुत किए जा रहे PM eVidya लाइव चैनल्स पर आप लगातार प्रोग्राम्स का सिलसिला देखते रहते हैं, प्रोग्राम्स जारी रहते हैं। तो अब से आज जो अगला सत्र होगा वो 2 बजे होगा। उसमें हम क्लास 9th के बच्चों के लिए साइंस सब्जेक्ट लेकर आएंगे और उसमें साउंड पर बात होगी। और उसके बाद 2:30 पर क्लास 9 के बच्चों के लिए ही इंग्लिश सब्जेक्ट में नो मेन आर फॉरेन, इस टॉपिक पर आप पाठ पढ़ेंगे। और 3 बजे क्लास 10th के बच्चों के लिए मैथ्स सब्जेक्ट के अंतर्गत प्रीवियस ईयर्स क्वेश्चन पेपर डिस्कस होंगे। तो क्लास 10th के बच्चों के लिए बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट सेशन होने जा रहा है, क्योंकि उनका मैथ्स का पेपर होने ही वाला है। तो ज़रूर देखिए, 3:30 पर क्लास 10th के ही बच्चों का सोशल साइंस का विषय रहेगा और रिसोर्सेज एंड डेवलपमेंट टॉपिक पर बात होगी। 2:30 पर मनोदर्पण के अंतर्गत परिचर्चा प्रसारित की जाएगी, जिसमें जॉयफुल लर्निंग एंड सोशियो इमोशनल डेवलपमेंट टॉपिक रहेगा, और ये क्लास 6th और 11th के स्टूडेंट्स के लिए है। और 4 बजे से वेबिनार होगा। इसमें चैनल नंबर 6 से 12 पर क्लास 6 से 12 तक के बच्चों के लिए सोशल मीडिया सेफ्टी टॉपिक पर चर्चा की जाएगी। सहयोग में लर्नर्स वेलबींग थ्रू स्टेक होल्डर्स, इस पर बात रहेगी। शाम 5 बजे 5:30 पर नीपा के अंतर्गत हम बात करेंगे स्कूल लीडरशिप एंड डेवलपमेंट। तो आप लगातार PM eVidya के साथ जुड़े रहिए और तमाम जो ज्ञान और शिक्षा के कार्यक्रम हैं इनका आनंद लेते रहिए, इनका लाभ उठाते रहिए और लोगों को भी अवेयर करते रहिए। आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और धन्यवाद कहना चाहूँगा साथ ही अनुष्का को, जो साइन लैंग्वेज के माध्यम से आज के सेशन को आप सभी तक पहुँचाने का, खासतौर पर विशेष आवश्यकता वाले बच्चों तक पहुँचाने का प्रयास कर रही थी। अब मुझे देवेंद्र त्रिपाठी और मेरी पूरी टीम को दीजिए अनुमति इस सेशन को समाप्त करने की। आप बने रहिएगा हमारे साथ। नमस्कार।